Student, next point is concept of African unity. This concept, it was introduced by the first person. His name, sorry, his name was H.S. William. In May 1963, 32 heads of independent African states, they met in Ethiopia to sign the charter creating Africa's first post-independence continental institution, the Organization of African Unity, which is also known as OAU. He formed an organization while in London, which was called as African Association. Later it was called as Pan African Association. This person, he organized its first conference in 1900. W.E.B., who was an American socialist of African origin, was present in this conference. In 1990, a second conference of African leaders and thinkers was held at Paris, which was known as Pan African Congress. The main objective of the OAU were to rid the continent of the remaining vestiges of the colonization and apartheid, to promote unity among African states, to coordinate and intensify cooperation for development, as well as to safeguard the sovereignty and territorial integrity of member states, and to promote internal cooperation. The OAU Charter spelled out the purpose of the organization, like to promote unity and solidarity of the African state, to coordinate, intensify their cooperation and efforts to achieve a better life for the people of Africa, to defend their sovereignty, their territorial integrity and independence, to remove all forms of colonialism from Africa, and to promote international cooperation having due regards to Charter of the United Nations and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The fifth Pan African Congress, held at Manchester in 1945 by people of African origin living in Manchester. Now, next point we are going to discuss, that is decolonization in the African continent. We know that First World War, which was began in 1940, and at that time, except Liberia and Ethiopia, entire African continent, it was ruled by European powers. European colonies in Africa, almost the entire continent got involuntarily involved in the war, means against their wish they involved in the war, First World War as well as Second World War, because the reason was only that region, it was colony for the Europeans, and that's why European countries only they announced that this region is going to fought from our side. So soon after the onset of the war, England and France, they began to attack German colonies in Africa. And after defeating Germany in war, allied nations, they began to compete with each other because they wanted to occupy German colonies in Africa. The American President Woodrow Wilson, he considered the whole situation and he suggested that time winner European nations, they should act as trustees of the past German colonies and administer them as a protectorate. Protectorate means the country which is controlled by another country. So now here was the necessity to give the colonies internal autonomy, and that's why the League of Nations decided with the mutual understanding that England, France and Belgium, they should divide the colonies among themselves. A committee of 11 members was appointed by the League of supervise and administration of the colonies. The 4 British colonies, which was named Cape Colony, Natal, Orange, Free State and Transvaal, it were amalgamated and the state of the South Africa was created. Means this merged in South Africa and there was one state created, and that was South Africa in 1920. However, here the dominance of the white people continued unchanged. Egypt got its independence before the end of Second World War. After that, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria and Ghana, all these countries became independent one after other. The middle of the 20th century, 12 French colonies such as Ivory Coast, Madagascar, Mali in Central Africa all became independent. Along with it, Cameroon, Somalia and other colonies under the care of the League of Nations and also other European colonies, they become independent one by one. Means here we can see how the regions of Africa, they became their freedom one by one. Algeria had to give a tough fight to get its freedom, and finally Algeria, it got its freedom in 1962. In 1964, Tanganyika and Zanzibar, these two regions were merged and independent state of the United Republic of Tanzania came into existence. In Second World War, Italy had taken over Ethiopia and Libya, these two states, and it entered it to the Italian Empire. During the Second World War, Mussolini, he was the dictator of Italy. He had used these two regions for launching attacks on Egypt and other British colonies in Africa. So here student, the African battlefield in the Second World War, it was spread from Morocco and Libya in the north to the Ethiopia and Somaliland on the eastern border of Africa. Now here the British Empire, they was in danger because there was the aggression of Italy and the German General Erwin Rommel. Indian soldiers in the British Army who fought with a great bravery. With their help, the British could compel combined armies of Italy and Germany to retreat. Italy and Germany had to lose their colonies in Africa at the end of the Second World War in 1945. Here, the Second World War, which was created an environment in which the process of decolonization gained momentum. So means here we could say that Second World War, it was the reason, it was the moment when decolonization process had been started. The Asian and the African countries, they were filled with the heightened spirit of independence movement. Everywhere from the Asian as well as from the African continent, the people, they wanted freedom, they wanted independence, and their spirit was very high. The awareness about this momentum, it spread rapidly through Asia as well as Africa. Many countries, in both countries, they obtained their freedom. However, the development of these countries were also being watched by America, Russia. This superpower, they were watching development of these countries. So here each of them was trying to attack maximum countries on its side. So this was the decolonization procedure of Asia as well as Africa. Now student, in the next lesson we are going to study about the Cold War. Here we discuss, in the starting of the lecture that time I told that Bandung conference, it one of the aim was to stay away from this Cold War. These Asian and African countries, they didn't want to enter, they didn't want to become the part of the Cold War. So what was this Cold War, that we are going to see in the next part, because already these countries, they were the witness about the human loss, economical loss, and that's why they didn't want to become the part of this Cold War. And uh, for that sake they establish Bandung conference. So here we have finished with our 9th lesson. In the next lecture we are going to continue with our next lesson number 10. Thank you.